Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video will be about minor head losses that occur in pipe flow. So I'll once again repeat you, losses in pipes are of two types. One is major losses and one is minor losses. Major losses occur mainly due to friction between the liquid and the pipe surface, and minor losses occur due to change in velocity. So to determine major losses, we have two equations. One is Darcy-Weisbach equation and the other one is Tracy's formula. And to determine minor losses, first we have to identify the cases where the minor losses are possible. Then accordingly we will write the formula related to that type of minor loss, and then we will go into the calculation of head loss. Okay, so now let's discuss in detail what is minor head loss, what are the different cases where minor head losses generally occur or likely to occur, and let's see the formulae related to these minor losses. So as told earlier, minor losses occur mainly due to change in velocity of the fluid, whether it could be in magnitude or in direction. That is called as minor loss of energy or minor loss of head. As the word itself it is telling, it's a minor loss. So sometimes generally in pipe flows we neglect the minor losses. Okay, so for long pipes you can neglect minor losses, but for short pipes you need to consider minor losses. Okay, and we have almost 7 cases where the minor losses are included. So the first one is loss of head due to sudden enlargement. Means if the pipe enlarges suddenly, there could be a possible case of loss of head. Second case is loss of head due to sudden contraction. If the pipe again suddenly contracts into a smaller pipe, there could be a case of head loss. Next is loss of head due to an obstruction in the pipe. If there is any obstacle in between the flow, there could be a loss of head due to sudden decrease in the area near the obstacle. Next, loss of head due to bend in the pipe. Right, if you have any pipe bend, then there also you may have a case of head loss. Next is loss of head at the entrance of the pipe. Once the pipe, if you connect a pipe from the reservoir or a tank, then the water from the reservoir enters into the pipe, or the water from the tank enters into the pipe. So at the entrance itself you may observe some droplets of water stuck to the pipe, right? So that is the case of head loss, minor head loss. Next is loss of head at the exit of the pipe. If your pipe is free, or again the exit or the outlet of the pipe is connected to another tank or another reservoir, there also the head loss may occur. And the last one is loss of head in various pipe fittings. You have different pipe fittings, right? Like you have couplings and you have bearings, etc. So you there once with the help of these pipe fittings, near the fitting itself you may see some leakage of water or some loss of head or water or any liquid, then that is also a case of minor head loss. Okay, so these are the 7 possible cases where we assume the minor losses to take place. Let's get into detail with the first case, that is loss of head due to sudden enlargement. So now we can observe in the diagram, you have a pipe of some diameter, say some d1, and the liquid was flowing through this d1, say for example water, and you see suddenly the pipe got enlarged. So what will happen? Obviously the velocity of the liquid will change. Okay, so when this sudden enlargement takes place in the pipe, the head loss or the minor head loss of energy is given by the equation HE. Okay, we denote by the symbol HE, where E stands for enlargement, H stands for head loss. So HE equal to V1 minus V2 whole square by 2G. This is the formula. So V1 is the velocity of flow before the enlargement, and V2 is the velocity of flow after the pipe has enlarged. Okay, obviously V2 will be lesser. Why? Because since the area has increased, velocity will reduce. So this is how the formula of HE will be. So if numericals are given related to this, you have to just subtract V1 minus V2 whole square by 2G, or else if they don't give you the values of V1 V2 directly, they'll give you the values of diameter before enlargement and diameter after enlargement, and they'll give you the discharge through the complete setup. So just do V1 as Q by A1, then do V2 as Q by A2, and then substitute back here. Okay, this is the formula for sudden enlargement. Now let's go for the second case, loss of head due to sudden contraction. So now this is exactly the reverse of what you have seen just now. There you have seen a pipe getting enlarged into another pipe. Now the enlarged pipe is getting contracted into a smaller portion. Okay, so now in this case, see, here the velocity was v1, that is before contraction, and here the velocity was v2 after the contraction. So now when such type of setup is given to you, you need to calculate the loss of head due to sudden contraction. So when the sudden contraction happens, we have two formulae for calculating the head loss. You have to opt the formula according to the given data. The first formula is Hc equal to v square by 2g into 1 by cc minus 1 whole square, where your cc stands for coefficient of contraction. Okay, just a minute. This is v2 square by 2g into 1 by cc minus 1, where cc stands for coefficient of contraction. So as I'm talking here, you have a sudden contraction, right? So we get the vena contracta here. So considering the area of vena contracta, we will be taking coefficient of contraction into consideration. So cc you have to consider. So once in the numerical, if something related to cc is given, please go with this formula. If nothing related to cc is given, sometimes if the coefficient of contraction is very small, negligibly small, they neglect it. So you can directly go with the formula 0.5 v2 square by 2g. Okay, here we are giving importance to v2. Why? Because v2 is the velocity in the contracted pipe, and this is what we require. So v2 square by 2g into 1 by cc minus 1 whole square, or 0.5 v2 square by 2g. Let's go for the third case, which is loss of head at the entrance of the pipe. As I've told you, if your pipe is connected from a reservoir or a tank, then once you release the water from the tank will enter into the pipe. So at the beginning, just at the inlet of the pipe, due to you can observe some droplets of water getting stuck there. So you may lose some head, which is minor, yes, but still some head is lost, right? So in such case, to calculate the loss of head at the entrance or at the inlet of the pipe, we have the formula HI. HI stands for head loss at the inlet, 0.5 v square by 2g. Here we have only one velocity, we don't have v1 and v2 such cases. Why? Because the pipe will be of uniform diameter, we are only concerned with at the inlet. So v will be the velocity of flowing the pipe, and hi is given by the formula 0.5 v square by 2g. Next, let's go for fourth case, which is loss of head at the exit of the pipe. As I've told you earlier, now at the inlet the water has entered into the pipe. Now the other end of the pipe can be free, one case, or else the other end of the pipe may be connected to another reservoir. So just the water, when it leaves the pipe and falls into the tank, there also at the exit you can find some droplets of water, right? That is also minor head loss. So the head loss at the outlet is denoted by h0, which is equal to the formula v square by 2g directly. So again, v is velocity of flow in the pipe, or velocity of water when it is leaving the pipe. Here also you can write v as velocity of water or any liquid while entering. Okay, so any way he may ask you the question, but the formulas will be the same. So let's go for the next case, which is fifth case, loss of head due to an obstruction in a pipe. Now, as I've told you, when you have any liquid or water flowing inside a pipe, suddenly you may get any obstacle in between. Okay, when you have obstacle in between, what will happen? The water while flowing will hit the obstacle, right? So what is happening? The area of the flow is getting reduced, and also the velocity of the water also will get reduced at that place near the obstruction. Okay, so the loss of head there is given by the formula Vc minus v whole square by 2g. Here Vc stands for velocity of liquid at the obstruction. As I've told you, when you have any obstruction in between, when the water is coming and hitting the obstruction, obviously its velocity will start reducing, right? So that is Vc. If Vc is given to you directly, you can take up this formula. Vc is velocity of flow at the obstruction point. V is the regular flow in the pipe, velocity of flow in the pipe. If Vc is given, you can take this formula. Say suppose if Vc is not given to you, then you'll be having the formula of Vc as A into V by Cc into A minus A. Here A is the area of the pipe. If diameter of the pipe is given to you, you can calculate area of the pipe by using the formula pi by 4d square. Into V is the regular velocity of flow in the pipe. Cc again, which is coefficient of contraction, into capital S again area of pipe, minus small a stands for area of flow at the obstruction. Okay, near the obstruction I am telling the area is getting reduced, right? Why? Because the water will see. Now if there is any obstruction here, when the water is coming and hitting the obstruction, obviously the area which is getting in contact will be less, so area is getting reduced, right? So in short, A is the area near the obstruction. So from the complete area you need to remove this obstruction area. So finally our VC will be this formula, and if CC is given, then you can choose the formula of coefficient of loss of head due to obstruction as V square by 2G into A by CC into A minus 1 whole square. Nothing but in the place of VC I am substituting this formula. Okay, so where V is velocity of liquid, A is area of the pipe, CC is coefficient of contraction, small a is area of obstruction, and G is acceleration due to gravity. This is how you need to calculate when obstruction is given in the pipe. And the next case will be loss of head due to bend in the pipe. Okay, if the pipe is given any bend form, then obviously there may be some leakage or there may be some loss at the bend. Then at that place the head loss is given by the formula HB, where HB stands for head loss due to bend, HB equal to kV square by 2G, where K is constant of bend and V is the velocity of flow in the pipe, and this value of K depends upon the angle of the bend. I mean, the bend is of how many degrees angle, and also radius of curvature of that bend, and also the diameter of the pipe. And we have the last case, which is nothing but the loss of head due to various pipe fittings. Now when you are connecting two pipes, or when you are connecting a group of pipes, you take the help of fittings, right? So when you are fitting the pipes together, there may be leakages near the fittings, there may be loss of head near the fittings. So it is given by the formula HP is equal to kV square by 2G, again where K is the coefficient of pipe fitting, which depends upon the couplings and bearings, and also V is the velocity of flow. So these 7 formulae or these 7 cases are the possible cases where your minor losses generally occur. Okay, so I hope you are clear with the 7 types of losses. So in this I have only explained the types of losses, and I have explained you the formulae only. In my next video I'll be explaining you numerical problems related to minor losses. Why? Because you are telling they are minor losses, it means that you can't neglect them. You will get numericals related to minor losses, which generally people neglect. They think, okay, major loss is sufficient, Darcy-Weisbach equation is sufficient, Chassis formula is sufficient. No, but minor losses also take the same weightage, so you need to solve for minor losses also. So related to all the 7 cases, I'll be trying to solve numericals on minor losses. Okay, so do watch for the next video, and hope you are clear. For the notes of this video, please click the description part. You can find the link where you can download the notes, and you can download and read it. Okay, hope you understood this video. Thank you.